What is a foiliage? A lot of stylists know what it is already, but I think some are still confused on the difference between a foiliage and a balayage and why you would choose one or the other. Foiliage is balayaging using foils. It's very simple, right? Foils conduct heat, which will help you achieve a lighter result in comparison to an open air balayage. It also helps you keep your colors separated from the other hair if you are unsure or have a hard time with bleed marks. In this tutorial today, I show you a foiliage technique that I use to achieve a lighter result from dark brown hair. She has natural hair. This is her natural color, and I bring her up to this nice brighter blonde. If you'd like to see how I did this, all you have to do is stay tuned.
I've been running for so long, I'm clear about the path I was on. I was breathless, my heart restless.
To see more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell below to be notified when I put more out. First thing you'll want to do is remove any amount of length of hair that is more than just about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. That way you're not cutting off the blonde when you're done. I have already started in the back. Now I'm going to repeat the process up the rest of the head and show you my technique for this. You see, as I'm taking the section, my comb is wiggling, therefore it's not a straight across line. This ensures a better blending, and I do tease in this technique because I know sometimes it is harder to get out, but it just makes all the difference in the world, and it's not so tight. I'm not like pushing it in there so hard. Her hair actually teased very, very easily. I didn't have to do much work to that. I lay the foil on a board. That way, because her hair is thicker, and I apply lightener to the foil before I lay the hair on it. This ensures that it is on both sides and you don't have to work as hard and you won't miss spots. Now, I just slap on the lightener to almost as high up as I want to go, and then I'm taking the chip brush. It's new from Fremar. I think they've been out a little while, but they're newer and they're nice. They kind of spread the hair up, but I use the thicker, wider Fremar brushes to apply the lightener everywhere else and to saturate it. They're tougher, and the wider brushes I just feel like help the process go a little faster. Now see this spot right here? We're not leaving that there. You want to make sure that the lightener is on pretty evenly. If you leave spots like that are more bare than other areas, then it's not as saturated as the other areas, and it may not be, it'll be more blotchy looking. So you just need to make sure that the lightener is on there quite evenly. I'm going to keep applying it up the head and kind of tell you little tips as I do this. So laying the lightener on the foil to begin with before laying the hair on there is one of the tips. Now also when I lay the lightener down, I make sure it's more saturated right at the top where I first lay the brush. That way when I do go to spread it up, there's enough there to spread upwards, and it's not thin. If it's too thin, there's not enough lightener there, then you'll get more splotchiness. And I'm not going to keep going over and over and over and over by blending up. I'm just going to do a few strokes to get that lightener up, feathered up there, because if you keep doing it too much, then you're going to start removing it from spots that just need to stay, and it gets too thinned out. And you don't want to mess with it. You want to kind of set it and forget it. See, when I laid that lightener there, it's thicker there, right? I'm going to keep it there, actually maybe add a little bit more if I don't think it's thin enough, and I'm just going to lightly spread it up just with a few strokes and then call it a day. So for her hairline, I'm going to make sure I have hair all the way along her hairline and that there is no gap where my comb is right there right now. I don't want any hair left out, because if that spot is forgotten, then when she pulls her hair back, she'll have a big dark spot, right? Or if she flips it from one side to the other or whatnot, we don't want that to happen. She wants to be bright around the face. She's trying to go pretty blonde, so we're trying to do it as much as we can today. Now, as you watch me do this, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just doing a couple here. They're going to be very fine weaves. That very, very front section I am leaving out right now, because you'll see as I weave it, I'm weaving the top part of it. But there's a lot left underneath. That way, since her hair is so dark and she's going blonde, there's less of a chance of having a line there as she pulls it back. Now this foil, obviously around the face, is going to go all the way up to the scalp. Notice how I tip my brush and fan upwards, not leaving out that very cornered edge piece. Sometimes when people will leave that out, and you can really tell as when you're done, it looks like a spot that's actually grown out. So tip the brush, make sure you get up in there, just softly fine strokes, and blend that in, and it'll look perfect. Now the next one back, I want to be a little bit further away from the hairline. So I tease it just a touch. It looked like I teased it a lot, but just her. I know I said her hair tease easy, but right there it wasn't very easy because there was less hair to tease. And I'm just bringing that up a little bit, not all the way. This will give it that melty look, and I'll do the same thing up the sides also, which I'll get to after I show you what I do in the bang area. She has a very strong heart-shaped hairline, so to make sure that we don't have any dark gaps and that she's pretty bright around the face, I will not go straight across, but I will first do a very fine weave on both sides of that point, and then I will do one right in the middle. Now the ones on either side, I do bring up to the root. I want that all the way up. The one that I put in the middle, I keep a little bit further away from the root. That gives it also a melty look. That way she doesn't have a big chunk up there, but it gives it more a softer look.
Like a real love, but it goes so fast, all tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to pity my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me strong.
Sure that they are all connected yet still by adding another foil here, which will be pretty much the same as the one I just did in front of it, maybe a little bit further away, and then I'll do a foil right there that connects the two together. As I go up the side of the head, you'll notice that I will do a couple on an angle and I'll do a couple straight down, kind of bricklaying them, just kind of however I feel. And when I brush the lightener upwards, I make sure that it's up higher around the face than it is on the other side. It's down lower. If that doesn't make sense, you'll see here. See, I'm kind of bringing that up to connect there and then keeping it as it's kind of melting down. And then when you comb that tease out, it just kind of blurs that line perfectly and melts. Now I'm just going to have you watch and see how I do the rest of the head all the way up towards the top. I do the same thing on the other side, and I will probably hop back on once I get to the shampoo bowl section.
Felt this in ages, and I've no patience.
whenever you see me massaging the foils just like this, I am just kind of pushing the lightener in there better, just making sure it's fully saturated and penetrated a lot better. It's a little trick you can do after you've already wrapped the foil up, and make sure it's not near where you're trying to blend a line, because you don't want to squish the lightener anywhere else that you don't want it. But down there in the ends where the hair can be bunched up a little bit, just by squeezing that throughout will help spread it.
What can I do to make you stay a little longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a little longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired with yesterday.
A little tip to make your life easier: before I actually even comb out the tees, I keep it there and I take each section, it's easy to get to, and then I add my blending color. This is just another insurance to blend it in. I probably wouldn't have to do it, but she wanted more of a melty look, therefore we have to do melty colors. Now I'm just taking each section down. I can't talk, it's early morning right now. And I take using the board, laying it flat underneath, and then taking my blending color with the tea still in there, saturating that part, and then sweeping down just to kind of blend it, and then pulling the hair up off the board rather than dragging the board down. This way it keeps the color in place. And what is going to happen is when that tease is combed out, this makes it easier to not have to comb out the tease without anything in the hair, but also when the tease is combed out, that's extra insurance of blending, right? So the same reason that you tease when you add the blonde's blended in better. Well, it's the same idea when you're dragging dark down. Whether you're dragging lightener up or dragging dark down, that tease is going to soften any transition line. Try it. It's actually really easy to do. And then I go ahead and just apply the toner after I apply this color, and then I can add a treatment to her hair. I believe I did the Olaplex number 2, and then I went ahead and combed it through. Now, I did let this color sit for about a good 10 minutes before I applied the toner to the ends. The reason for that being is once a pigment is deposited, it stays. So now I am applying the toner color, the ends toner color, to a little bit overlapping the melty color, the first color. Hopefully I'm not being too confusing. I think you understand what I mean. And kind of blending that down. That way I'm not diluting too much where I did the level 7, but it's going to make like the perfect smudge look. And then I bring that most of the way down, but not all the way through to the ends. I do the ends just the last couple minutes because, you know, they were very porous. She uses a lot of heat on her hair, so it's not just chemicals that can make hair porous, people. Heat can make also hair porous. So we have to take that into consideration. I let it sit there for a while and I checked it, and what I did is I just rinsed the ends off totally and checked it to make sure I got the color that I wanted. and it looked really good, so I went ahead and rinsed the rest of the hair. Afterwards, I trimmed her perimeter up and added some nice movable layers, not just some longer ones you'll see in the picture here after I'm done. We were very happy with the end results, and here they are. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe below to my channel, and I hope to get plenty more out there for you. Thanks, bye.